We have a crosstown rivalry game between the Toronto Marlboros and the Toronto Junior Canadiens tonight on the 6 Hockey. I'm Blake Hamlin, joined by Sammy Brzezowski. Two teams that are ready to win.
Yeah, and two teams that I see going far in this league. They're both offensively just superstars. They all have just this ability to create something out of nothing, and two rosters that I expect to score a lot of goals this season. Today, I don't know. It's still early in the season, but I'm excited to watch.
Rosters backboned by two great goaltenders that are starting tonight for the Junior Canadiens. You have number 31, William Camputaro, who's got that Carey Price look-alike with a 31 in net. And for the Marlboros, it'll be Noah Malvin getting the start over Kai-Son Wang in his first start of the season.
Yeah, I thought Kai-Son Wang played amazing in his first game against the Nationals. Got the shutout, but Noah Malvin, also a good goalie, so the Marlboros, they might have a 1A, 1B in their hands.
A tandem indeed, but enough about the goaltending. Let's get to the skaters. Let's talk about the players to watch in this one for the Junior Canadiens. Who do you got?
My goodness. The problem with the Junior Canadiens, you could pick any of the players and it would be a good guess for who's going to make a difference in this game. But I have my eyes on Adam Kelly. Number 47, Adam Kelly. He's a fast player. He's a skilled player. He has an ability to drive towards the net with strength that not a lot of players have, but it's his effort. His effort is what makes him a player that stands out. Otherwise, he doesn't have the same flash as Demian Zilkin or Javian Ney, but he has this effort that not a lot of players at this age have, and it makes him a great addition to any roster.
Definitely a fast player out there. We've seen him a lot in practice so far. But let's go over to the Marlboros. Let's go to the white and blue. Who do you got?
Blake, I'm going to go with another Adam. I'm going to go with Adam Valentini, who looked so dominant. I mean, we've talked about him before the season started. He has a lot of eyes on him as a highly touted prospect. But Adam Valentini, he looked phenomenal against the Toronto Young Nationals. He scored 2 goals in that one, and he's just good at everything. Simply put, any skill that you want in a hockey player, Adam Valentini has showed it so far.
We got 2 pairs of Adams in this one. They're going to be key contributors to this game. At least we're hoping and we're predicting in this one. But for the teams themselves, what are their keys to get ahead in this one?
For the Junior Canadiens, they've got to use what I call Wally. That's the boards. They got to get the puck out because the Marlboros do a good job at hemming teams in and making sure they can start the cycle, and that's when they are dangerous. They also have to score first. We saw in the game against the Nationals, the Marlboros took a lead and never looked back. And they're a team that has the ability to do that with some good goaltending and some strong defending. So the Junior Canadiens, if they want a chance, I think they got to get the first one. They also have to be senior Canadiens. They are the Junior Canadiens, of course, but they can't act like juniors. They got to act like seniors. And what I mean by that, Blake, is they have to make them veteran plays. They have to make smart passes, play fundamental hockey that you see from players with a lot of experience, because that's the only way they're going to get by a tough Marlboros team.
And for the Marlboros, what do you see for them in this one against the Junior Canadiens? What are their ways of finding a W?
See, it's funny because I also think that the Marlboros, they have to score first. They have to beat Camputaro early because he's a strong goalie. He's one of the best goalies in this league, Blake, and I see him going very far with his skill set and his frame. They also have to just be aware defensively. I mentioned that the Junior Canadiens, they have a lot of offensive options. They have Javian Ney. They have Demian Zilkin. They have Adam Kelly. Jet Kawadra joins the rush often. And then they just have to, what I like to call, pierce the Canadiens, and that all starts with Pierce Bowie. He looked amazing in that game against the Nationals, and he didn't really get on the stat sheet, but me and you were talking about his ability to start the play, maybe get that tertiary assist that just goes a little bit unlooked, but he was incredible, and I think he's one of the unsung heroes of that Marlboros roster, so I think it'll be up to him to get the start for the Marlboros.
Some expert analysis from Sam. You could say the Samalist in one way. Hopefully these two teams play better than that joke that I just put on there. Let's get to the ice and let's get some action going. Etobicoke Ice Sports is the spot for today's contest of the Junior Canadiens versus the Toronto Marlboros. It's the Junior Canadiens' first game of the season, the Marlboros' second, the Battle of Toronto. I'm Blake Hanlon, joined by my co-host, Samuel Brzezowski. Sammy, we got a great game today. Tell us what you're looking forward to.
I'm just excited to see some good offense in this one. These are two teams that have guys that can simply move the puck. On the Canadian side, they have Demian Zilkin, they have Braden Krawchuk, they have Javian Ney, but then, of course, Adam Valentini, Weston Cameron, and Pierce Bowie on the other side. both historically good teams. I was talking to a member of the 2003 AAA Toronto Red Wings, Ryan Gillespie, and he mentioned that the junior Canadiens are pretty much good every single year. He said the year when he played, they weren't at their top level, but every other year they're usually a team to watch out for. So I'm excited to see these two teams deke it out in what I can just imagine will be a fun game.
A lot of history between both these teams. Everyone knows the Marlboros are a very historic team in the GTHL, but a good Battle of Toronto matchup that we have here tonight for this early season contest as the Junior Canadiens dump it in there on Noah Marvin, goes around the right side of the net. Junior Canadiens have it alongside the boards here, getting it back over to the point. Point shot on the net, just a bit wide there on the left-hand side. The Marlboros won their first game of the season, Sammy, but it wasn't against the best opponent. Now they're facing a little bit a team though more strengths to their game. What are you looking forward to the Marlboros in this game?
Of course, not to say that the Nationals, they didn't face the Nationals aren't a good team, because they do have a lot of skilled players on their roster, but they weren't really ready to the same extent that the Marlboros were. So it's not that the Marlboros played a weak opponent, it's that they played a not ready opponent. And with the Canadiens, they're always ready to go.
Here comes the Junior Canadiens. Laus taking on the right side here. Go charge towards that, and it's saved by Marvin. What a save right there. A good start to the season for the Junior Canadiens, getting a nice shot out in front, but it stopped right there by Noah Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin getting his first start of the season. I really like the game from Kaisen Wang. We mentioned that it was a 7-0 win for them against the Young Nationals, but Wang looked strong in the saves he had to make. I liked a couple of his across the crease saves, and he made a couple split saves that kept it at a 0-0 game at one point, a 4-0 game, and even a 7-0 game. So I'm glad he picked up the shutout, but I'm excited to see what Marvin can do.
Marlboros have it now deep in the Junior Canadian zone along the left-hand side of the boards here. Junior Canadians recover, ripping it back to their defenseman, getting up to the middle part of the ice here, trying to find their man, but it doesn't quite reach over there as Marvin now plays around to the boards, trying to find his man. That is Caden Brand, who's playing the puck alongside the boards there.
That's right. I like the pressure so far here from both teams. I think something that the Marlboros did very good in their first game was their forecheck and their tenacity to get the puck in the opposing team's zone.
Shot from Adam Kelly there, ripped just a bit wide to the right of Noah Marvin. He is one of the Junior Canadiens' most polarizing players. Very good speed out on the ice. Sammy, what are you looking forward to from Kelly this game?
Adam Kelly, what I like about him is his sneaky speed, what I like to call it. He's one of those guys that he may not necessarily have the craziest acceleration and craziest bursts of speed, but when he's going, he's going. And those are the guys you have to look out for, because they're the guys that can be a little bit behind the play, and before you know it, they're burning you towards the net.
Burner wheels from Kelly. We'll see if Kelly can selly in his first game of the season tonight, as the Marlboros now push up the tempo here all along the left side of the boards, trying to get that centering pass in there, but the Junior Canadiens recover. Now a 2-on-1 rush, but now recovering back is the Marlboros, getting the puck out of their zone, battling in the neutral zone. This game so far, other than that first attempt from Laus, hasn't seen too much so far, but times will change as the game goes on, as the Marlboros push up the tempo here, getting the puck around the boards. That is Bowie now pushing up to the right side. A little dangle out in front, shot saved by Caputaro. A good shot there from Pierce Bowie, who is another polarizing prospect for the Marlboros, looking to get his first goal of the season after having a very good game against the Young Nationals.
Yeah, this is what the Marlboros are so good at. Despite not really controlling the puck possession for the big portion of this game, they turn it around. Bowie almost puts in one, Cameron in front of the net there, and they can just generate offense so quickly and really catch teams off guard.
There's Laus corralling the puck there, but it will be icing in the Junior Canadian zone. Camputar made a great save to start his season off. He is a commanding figure in between the pipes, a very good goaltender, and he might be an X factor for the Junior Canadiens this season as they look for a very successful GTHL season. The referee looked like there was some miscommunication between both referees, as Chamberlain will now step in for Weston Cameron at the face-off dot. Getting the puck now, dropping it down there, and it is won by the Junior Canadiens. Circling it back now, but now the Marlboros recover. along the right side of the boards. Try to rip it around. No one's there. Junior Canadiens centering it up to the ice, but can't find a man there. Looked like they were not paying quite enough attention there. Junior Canadiens then get it back here. That's Bodie Ryan running into number 21 on the Marlboros, Pierce Bowie. Not the most beautiful play there, Sammy. A little collision to start the game. A little bit unsafe there on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of getting physical with the game, against a team with so much offense like the Junior Canadiens, and I guess for the Marlboros as well, you kind of got to find different ways to take control, and laying the body, that can be a good way to do so.
An offside blown there after the Marlboros had a very good opportunity there that just came up short. Chamberlain had a very good opportunity up there in the slot. Very contested so far. Both teams are looking very balanced. You could say, Sammy, is that kind of just the first game of the season, second game of the season for the Marlboros, but early season struggles and figuring it out together between the teams?
I think it's just a testament to how even these teams are and how talented these teams are. We saw the Marlboros playing a not prepared Toronto Young Nationals team, and they dominated, and we saw their passes going tape to tape. We saw their offensive plan execute, but I think it's the competitiveness of this game that makes it look like it's slightly worse hockey when in reality it's really just, I think, going to be a good hockey game.
Valentini won the draw, tried to slip by. That would be not Kelly there because he got subbed out. I think that would be Bodie Ryan who subbed in for him there, but Valentini trying to show that early skill early on, but the Marlboros trying to retain possession there. A nice save, stopped aside by Camputaro, pushing the tempo the other way is the Junior Canadiens. That is Kelly along the right side of the boards, wrapping around, tucks it in, and he scores! Adam Kelly, unaware if he actually found Twine, getting his first goal of the season and breaking the stalemate early on here in this game.
And Adam Kelly showing exactly what we were talking about earlier. He uses that sneaky speed to get around the back of the net and tuck that one in. We blinked our eyes and he broke away, and that's the kind of player Adam Kelly is, a valuable asset to the Canadiens and a dangerous player when you're defending because he can get around you like the snap of a finger.
His speed is surprising, and even surprised himself. He was looking around and looking at his teammates. Did I score? Yes, you did. That's your first goal of the season. A good goal for Adam Kelly as he breaks this 0-0 tie to start this game. Still a very competitive matchup so far. The Junior Canadiens are up 1-0.
Yeah, and I like the discussion you see from the Marlboros coach with Nick Frasca there, just talking about that play, really going over what happened, and I think that's an important thing in this age, just learning what you did wrong on a certain play or what you may have done better, and that's how these players grow. That's how they get better.
Pierce Mabui dangling around here, trying to get into the enter the zone here. Gets shut down there by Ambrosio. Good play there by Bowie to get the puck deep into the zone there. Battling along the right side of the boards are Junior Canadiens and Marlboros, but now the Junior Canadiens are now pushing up the tempo. Zilkin getting up the ice, trying to get it deep in for his line mates as he goes for a change. A nice hit along boards there. Bodie Ryan just missed it out of his hands there. Junior Canadiens have it back in their zone, getting it deep into their zone, or hoping to get it deep into their zone, I should say. The centering pass there isn't quite found there by the Junior Canadiens, but it goes back to the point, corralling it, looking for his man. Shot on net there, stopped by Marvin. A great save there as he is battling, circling around the net. The net gets dislodged, but a great save by Marvin to recover not just from the initial shot, but from the rebound as well there, making this still a 1-0 game.
That's right, a great save from Marvin, but some good opportunities there from Laos, and Laos has really started the offense in this game. We saw that rush that he had earlier cutting towards the net, and he's been very effective on the near side, cutting across and using his speed to generate opportunities. But there, he had a nice little chance, but Marvin making himself look big, and more importantly, remaining calm in his net, not overreacting. Big reason why it's still 1-0.
Pruill dumps it in for the Junior Canadiens. The Marlboros retain possession, getting it back, trying to get an entry zone in here. Pushing up to the neutral zone is Weston Cameron, dangling through, trying to get it deep in the zone, but it's shut down once again by the Junior Canadiens. Great defense so far. Frosca tries to dump it in. It trickles up in the air. Goes it back to Frosca once again, gets it on net. Stopped aside by Camputaro off to the right side of his pad. The Marlboros retain possession, getting it back to the point. Shot on net there is blocked to the side there along the right side of the boards. The Junior Canadiens battling to it. Centering pass is stopped by Camputaro. A great save there once again. Frosca, shot on net, bouncing it, can't quite get it. think that was Cameron who was battling along the back of the boards there with Brand and Edwards as his line mates. Edwards retains it, gets it back over to Brand. Brand pushing it through here, looking for Cameron. Shoots it on that, but I think it goes out of play there, hits the netting as we got a stoppage in play there, but some good pressure from the Toronto Marlboros in that last shift.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the Marlboros, we've seen that from them so far this season. We saw that in the game against the Nationals. And this is the first glimpse of the offensive creativity and cycle prowess that they have in the offensive zone. So I keep your eye on that for the rest of the game, because when they can take control of the game like that, they're dangerous.
Chamberlain dumps it around side for Valentini, who's around the net there now. Back to the point. Shot on net. Turned aside there. Turned aside again, once again by Camputaro, standing on his head early on here. Now here comes the Junior Canadiens, pushing the tempo here through the zone. That's Kelly along the side of the board. Shot on net there, stopped by Marvin. Trying to get a second of the game was Kelly, but Marvin said not this time. A nice opportunity there for the Junior Canadiens to get two going. Once again from Kelly.
Yeah, Noah Marvin said no. Sorry, that was terrible. But the save was not terrible. He's done a good job at keeping this a 1-0 game. But William Camputaro on the other side, Camputaro, he has been strong, and he has kept the Marlboros from tying this one up. A good goalie battle so far. You got to love to see it.
Both goalies are on their heads to start this game. Even though it's a 1-0 game, both are playing phenomenal, and the reason why both these teams have a chance thus far in this first frame. Junior Canadiens dump it in. The Marlboros trying to get something set up here, but they turn it over to the Junior Canadiens, but are still able to keep possession, get a little bit of a break there. A centering pass is stopped aside by Marvin. Once again, a great save from the goaltender that's playing in between the pipes for the Marlboros. Camputaro wraps it around over to Kaminker, sorry, my apologies on that. Now the Junior Canadiens pushing up through the zone. That's Ney. Ney on his backhand. Cross-crease save, saved by Marvin once again. I think that puck didn't get through on the centering pass, and Ney just whacked out again, but a nice toe save by Marvin. On the other end, Camputaro, a cross-crease save. Nick Frosca trying to get one by, and that's back-to-back saves by the two netminders, Sammy.
That's right. Two huge saves from the two different goaltenders in this one within just 10 seconds of each other. Shows the skill level of this division of the U16AAA in the GTHL. It was a chance on one end, great save. Chance on the other end, great save.
It looks like the Marlboros will be going on a power play here. Junior Canadiens looking to get a penalty killing going here, but that will be a 2-minute penalty for the Junior Canadiens. But definitely not something you want to look forward to, even though you have that 1-0 lead.
That's right, and I think this is a great chance here for the Marlboros. I think they've had a couple glimpses of taking control of the puck possession, but now is their chance to have 2 minutes. They have a man advantage. They can just really take control of the game, slow it down, put it to their pace, and get some momentum going their way.
Krawczyk was a little early there, and Ney tried to recover that, but it's won by Valentini. The Marlboros, in this situation, they are dropping the puck in the center ice, even though they got a penalty. I think there had something to do with the referee's discretion that we're unsure about. But Bowie back to the point there to Bray. Bray trying to keep it in, battling Ney along the boards. Cameron gets back to Bowie. Centering in front of Valentini, but it's stopped away. Camputaro not sure where the puck's going, goes back to the point to Bray. Bray along the right side of the boards there. I believe that's Bowie. Bowie dumps it in. Along the boards, trying to get something going. Bray is unable to keep it back in as he's looking for Valentini on the right side, but he elects to pass it onto the right side to Bowie. Bowie pushing forcefully along the right side of the boards. Elects to go back to Bray once again. Bray keeps it and passes it to Valentini. Over to Bowie. Bowie dangling. Goes over to Bray. Back to Bay and Bowie. The two BBs going back and forth. Let's see if the BB can have a gun to it. Let's snipe one by here. But it's unable to kept in by Valentini. Valentini not playing his most comfortable position on the point there. Obviously, he's a known centerman, but, I mean, there's still time left in this power play for the Marlboros to knot this one up.
Yeah, I think the Marlboros got to be a little bit more sure on these passes. We saw a couple drop passes there from Bowie and Cameron on the sideboards, and I think I love the creativity and I love the finesse, but they got to be sure and get those passes tape to tape.
Absolutely. The Marlboros are in the zone right now, trying to retain possession. That's Brand along the boards, battling as hard as he can. I think that's Cameron deep into the boards there. Likes to go back to the point. Back along the right side of the boards. Trying to keep it in. Back over to Valentini. Valentini bobbles it once again. Not a great shift from the Marlboros superstar Valentini. Not something you want to see from your best player.
No, and you saw Valentini calling for the puck there. There, I'd rather him just try to find an opening. Maybe cut towards closer to the net. He was calling for the pass, but clearly Chamberlain and the other attackers, they didn't really have the sight that they were hoping for to see him there. So they got to just find ways to get open and not wait for the puck to come to you. Valentini, obviously a super talented player, and I think just that awareness would have given him a better chance.
As we ease back into even strength here, the Marlboros come up empty-handed, but maybe not here, trying to get that leak pass there, but can't quite get it through to Chamberlain as they cycle it back to the point. Valentini came up empty-handed, but a good shift. Running into there was number 72, Pangredish, running into the Junior Canadiens forechecker, trying to get the puck off his stick, but he gets it deep into the zone. Once again, the Marlboros are retaining possession, but now the Junior Canadiens pushing it up through the neutral zone, trying to get the puck deep into their opponent's zone. Unable to retain possession, though, as the Marlboros look to turn it over. I see Captain Weston Cameron on the ice with Bowie, getting their line going. We'll see Valentini out on the ice as well. That's kind of the big three, you can say, of the Marlboros. A lot of eyes on them and a lot of expectations on them to go far in the season.
Certainly. I mean, they're all projected to be guys that could easily go within the first round of the OHL priority selection draft, and for good reason. You'll see in this game just the little things they do off puck and what they do in the offensive zone. It's hard to replicate, and it's some of their skills and their talents just can't be taught. You know, they come with just raw athleticism, but also just a love of the game.
Yeah, a love for the game and natural skill. That is the reason why a lot of players, not just those three young men, are very good, talented hockey players. The Junior Canadiens not been too proficient on the offensive zone since that Kelly goal, as the Marlboros have been really good. They're doing very good at getting the puck into their zone, but Camputaro has remained very good and very tall throughout this match. Junior Canadiens trying to get that lead pass there, but I believe that will be icing against them once again, as Camputaro will have to face another draw in his zone.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you know, we're a period in. I got to say, Camputaro has really been shutting the door, and he's been a big reason why the Canadiens are still up. I think the Canadiens had a great start to this game. They took advantage of the opportunity that presented itself, but the Marlboros have done what they did in the first game against the Nationals right now. They've controlled the pace, and I don't know if that's sustainable at this rate. They've had too many good chances and too many high-danger opportunities.
Junior Canadiens now pushing the tempo up here. Trying to do a draw pass there. Can't quite find his man. Centering pass. Can't quite get it. Jack Quadra, I believe, that's going along the right side of the board. Stepping up from his defensive zone. Tries to get it back to Zilkin, but Zilkin can't get a puck on or stick on that. Goes back to the Junior Canadian zone as we ease down with 15 seconds left in this. Camputaro swallows that one up, stopping the Marlboros from getting an equalizer before this period ends.
Yeah, and if I'm the Canadiens right now, like I said, I'm giving Camputaro his taps, giving him his flowers for this period. He has played absolutely solid, stopped everything that's faced him so far, and there's been a couple high-danger opportunities from guys who can really shoot the puck, guys like Weston Cameron and Adam Valentini. So I think the Canadiens got to adjust their game plans a little bit, give Camputaro a little bit more insurance.
That top Marlboros line looked to try to get something going, that last face-off there, but this period will ease down as the Junior Canadiens will remain on top 1-0 after a dominating performance from William Camputaro and a goal from Adam Kelly. As we start the second period up now, the Junior Canadiens are still up 1-0 over the Toronto Marlboros as Bodie Ryan and Weston Cameron get set to kick this middle frame off. If you're just joining us, Adam Kelly scored the first goal for the Junior Canadiens. It's been a very good contest between these two teams. A goalie match, you could say, Sammy.
It has been a goalie match. It's been a couple big stops from William Camputaro, the goalie of the Junior Canadiens, that has kept this game at a 1-0 lead for the JRC.
And it looks like that will be a penalty for Caden Edwards. Head contact there. I believe that will be a 4-minute penalty for the Toronto Marlboros as the Junior Canadiens have a golden opportunity to extend their lead to 2 goals here in the start of the second period there.
Yeah, so head contact is often 4 minutes in this league. I think it's usually up to the ref's discretion. That one was quite a big hit, so good chance here for the Canadiens to maybe tally up another one.
Zoo at the point now, kicks it over to Zilkin, back over to the point now. Right-hand side there, trying to get a shot on goal. They're looking for the right opportunity, the Junior Canadiens are. They don't want to waste a golden opportunity like this power play here. Back to the point, that's Zoo. Zoo over to the left side, Zilkin, a shot on net is blocked aside by Zhang on the Marlboros. Once again, the Junior Canadiens keep possession. Zoo on the net there, trying to get a tip out in front, can't quite get it, and it's stopped away by Noah Marvin.
I like that shot from Jacob Zhu. It was kind of a seeing eye shot, just tried to look for the right angle, put it low glove onto Marvin. Marvin's a big guy. It's hard for him to get low, let alone in traffic. So nice shot from him there in a dangerous position.
Looking to get Jet Kawaja, who's in front there, really stepping up from his defense position, but you see Kawaja's now back to where he normally is. Now Zilkin on the left side there. Kicks it over to Zoo once again, to Kawaja. His defensive partner there. Centering it past, but can't get it by Noah Marvin. Zoo keeps it in, over to Kawaja once again. To Zoo. Shot on net there is stopped once inside. A rebound attempt, but it's stopped by Marvin once again. Staying on his head is Noah Marvin as he keeps this still at a 1-0 game. Good stops there from Marlboros netminder.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I talked about how William Campagero, he kept the Junior Canadiens with the lead, but Noah Marvin, he has looked solid in this game as well. You know, he let in that goal from Adam Kelly earlier, but since then he has looked sharp, and he's looked sharp to start this period. The Junior Canadiens are doing a very good job of moving the puck and getting rebounds and controlling the power play, and that's something that the Marlboros haven't really been faced with yet, as their PK was phenomenal last game against the Nationals.
Krawczyk drops it back to Kelly. Krawczyk battling along the boards there. Falling down there is Froska. That is Kawaja on the boards there. Over to Zoo. Zoo, shot on net there. Stopped aside by Marvin, and it goes out of play. A lot of this top line there for the Junior Canadiens of Krawczyk, Kelly, and Zilkin have been on the ice the entire time as they finally get a switch out there, get some fresh legs, some fresh bodies out there, as there's still plenty of time left to capitalize on this power play. Bodie Ryan is now set to win this face-off here. A shot there is turned aside, blocked away as the Junior Canadiens try to keep it in. That's Kaminker over to his partner Ambrosio. Ryan centering in front, can't quite get it over to Ney. Ambrosio keeps it in over to Kaminker. Kaminker shot on net, it's tipped aside away from Marvin. Not a shot on net there, but still a good attempt from the point there for the Junior Canadiens. Unable to keep it in as finally the Marlboros are able to get it out. Not a full clear, but definitely something to take away from that as they get some life there, battling on the shorthanded there, forechecking, even with a man short there. A good clear there as they are looking to get a line change there, a good kill for the Marlboros on that shift there.
Yeah, that's right, and they're showing some aggressiveness in limiting zone entry and, in fact, getting into the zone of the Canadiens. That's what we see a lot at higher levels. You know, teams just holding the blue line, holding the red line, etc., and it restricts power plays from getting set up, and when a power play doesn't get set up, it's very hard for them to get something going.
Junior Canadiens are looking like they only have a minute 20 left on this power play opportunity. Driving up the ice now, Weston Cameron tries to clear it through, can't quite get through it. That's Ambrosio keeping it in, trying to get it back up to the neutral zone. Junior Canadiens turning heads, trying to get it through. Ambrosio once again stepping up from his position. Jet Kawaja stepping in here, dangling. Shot on net there is stopped by Marvin. It goes out of play up into the stands. A good stop there from Marvin, but a good opportunity for the Jet to get a shot on net there.
The Jet indeed, and he's showing off why we've given him that nickname. Not only is it his first name, but he's got an absolute jet of a shot, and he's got absolutely jets of legs. And he's a guy on the Canadiens that I definitely think viewers want to keep their eye out for. I know we have. We've talked about him a lot, and he's one of those guys that is a little bit toolsy, and he gets things going for the Canadiens. And he's going to be one of the guys that you'll remember coming off this roster for sure.
Ney wins the face-off as Krawczyk got kicked out by the referee. Zilkin dangling, looking for a guy, trying to get that backdoor pass, can't quite get it through. Zilkin is also unable to keep it in as the Junior Canadiens have to recoup, trying to get one last rush on this power play here. Along the left side of the boards, that is Quadja. Quadja elects to pass it over to Zilkin, getting in the zone. Krawczyk along the boards, using that big frame of his to center, get it back to the point. That's Zoo back over to Krawczyk. Krawczyk behind the net there. So cycling back around Krawczyk, getting it around, trying to find Zilkin on the left-hand side there. Zoo able to keep it in, a great effort there over to Zilkin. Zilkin passes over to Zoo, but it wraps around to the side of the boards there. Marlborough is trying to clear it out, stepping up, and they clear it out. A great kill as this penalty is going to dwindle down, and it looks like the Junior Canadiens are going to come up empty-handed, and they will. It's back at even strength. A great kill from the Toronto Marlboros.
That's right, a great kill from the Marlboros. They didn't allow a goal after what was an onslaught from the Canadiens. I thought the Canadiens had a really decent power play, too. They got a lot of shots. They cycled a lot. We saw Zoo keep it in many, many times there. That last one, he looked like Ryan Ellis on the World Juniors team. And it just shows how talented both these teams are. The Marlboros able to keep that one out. Marvin able to keep it out of his net once again. That's very huge in determining the factor of this game.
Even though it's 1-0, it's a bottleneck. Both these teams are battling throughout the entire game, laying the body on one another, playing with skill and playing with poise, with great goaltending at the backbone of this match.
Yeah, that's right. I think great goaltending will determine who wins this game. I think both goalies need to come up big for the rest of this game in order to come out with the W. The offense is simply too powerful on both sides.
A shot there from Pangrech was turned aside there by Camputaro off to the right as the Junior Canadiens are, for the first time this period, in their zone battling with the Marlboros as that power play was 4 minutes in length. Valentini, shot on net there, stopped away by Camputaro. A juicy rebound was turned aside there by the Canadiens defender. A great job as now they're turning the other way. Kelly pushing it up over to Ryan. Ryan centering it, trying to get something going in here are the Junior Canadiens, but it's then recouped by the Toronto Marlboros.
Yeah, some good back and forth action here, and the Canadiens, they're doing what they can to kind of keep control. You know, they haven't let the Marlboros do what they have done all game.
As a wide open net there was left open for the Junior Canadiens forward there, but Marvin had no idea where it was, spiraling around. I don't even know if the Junior Canadiens forward knew where the puck was in that particular situation there.
No, and I was just about to mention how the Marlboros, they had control of the game throughout the latter half of the first period, but the Canadiens, they've done well at kind of taking it back, and even right there, they're generating offense on all cylinders, and I think that's something that they're going to have to keep doing for the remainder of this game if they want to come out with a W.
As you see the coach there talking to Bodie Ryan, maybe having a little bit more of an urgency and eye on the puck there, but it is the first game of the season. Don't hold your head down too low, Ryan. You've had a great game thus far. Marlboros pushing it the other way, snagged in the air by Camputaro. Definitely not something you'd want out of your player in that situation. You kind of want him to have his stick on the ice, head on a swivel, and that goal could have led to be a 2-0 game and an insurance marker. But nonetheless, you got to keep it easy on him. It's the first game of the season. Maybe he's not completely as dialed in as one should be.
That's right. And I mean, you know, they say that hockey is a game of inches, and I think all players are kind of learning that, like, a bounce can change the entire game. So you got to be ready for anything that happened. You know, it was Gretzky who said, don't go where the puck is, go where the puck is going. Right, so you just got to be ready to anticipate bounces and anticipate opportunities coming to yourself. That's how some of the best players create their own chances. Guys like John Tavares, even Jaromir Jagr, they were always just in the right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time, and if you are just tuning in now, you are at the right place at the right time, and you're tuning into a beautiful matchup between the Battle of Toronto, the Junior Canadiens and Toronto Marlboros. Krawczyk, shot on net, they're trying to center it, turned aside by Marvin as his stick deflection leads the puck to go out of play there. If you're just joining us, as I said before, I was interrupted by a great opportunity there. This is a great game so far, Sammy.
That's right. It is a really good game, and I'm excited to see more.
Kicking off the third now is Weston Cameron going towards the net, driving towards it, runs into Camputaro. A great save by Camputaro as we kick off this third period with a bang, you could say, Sammy. Still a 1-0 lead for the Junior Canadiens as the Marlboros' time to capitalize on a goal is trickling down here.
With a bang indeed. 10 minutes left. Getting a power play. Time is now.
Yeah. And on that play, I think they're going to give a tripping penalty to Lucas Ambrosio, who tripped up Weston Cameron there. That now is the opportunity for the Marlboros to capitalize.
That's right. As Sheldon Keefe once said, now is the time. And this is no better chance for them to get something started, at least control momentum of the game. The Marlboros can get some offense generated with the man advantage. This is when the big boys need to come out and get something started.
There's Brand on the point there. Shot on net there. Turned aside by Caputaro. Big rebound. Shot again. Blocked away by the Junior Canadiens defender. Brand once again cycles it back to Bray. Bray, a shot on net is blocked away. Brand keeping it in though. Wes Cameron along the backside of the net. Bowie, centering it, trying to get to Valentini, but it gets over to Brand back to the point. Bray to Bowie. Valentini throws it out in front. Can't get it. Scores! That's Valentini who scored. Weston Cameron assisting him on that goal. That's Valentini's 3rd goal of the year. What a bang to start the season, and what a bang to get this game going.
And who else but Adam Valentini to get the goal scoring started for the Marlboros after what was a dominant cycle on the power play. I want to mention a play from Dimian Zilkin of the Junior Canadiens there. For his case, he's probably upset with the goal, but he made a nice diving stretch save to stop the pass from going across to Weston Cameron. A good PK nonetheless by the Junior Canadiens, but when you have guys like Cameron, Valentini, Bowie, Edwards, it's all just a matter of time, and that was a beautiful goal from Valentini.
On that goal, Bowie also got an assist, adding on to his total this season. Still looking for that first goal. Maybe he could get the one that pushes them above the Junior Canadiens this game, but it's all knotted up at 1 here late in the 3rd period. The Marlboros capitalize on a goal here as they try to get another one here. Centering pass from Cameron, couldn't find his man. Tumbling down goes the Marlboros forechecker as it turned the other way for the Junior Canadiens.
And Blake, I think now that it's 1-1, we can talk about how good these goalies have been. Neither one of them can get the shutout. Oof, glad I can say that word now that the one is spoiled, but they have both played so well. Marvin and Camputaro have made some incredible saves, and there's been some incredible offense in this game. We mentioned how the Battle of Toronto is always exciting, and I, for one, am not disappointed with the result.
Absolutely not. This game has been tight and contested throughout the entire game. Kelly shoots it around the side of the boards there, wrapping it around, trying to find Laus. Laus has been a great forechecking forward this entire game. A real bright spot for the Junior Canadiens as the Marlboros turn it the other way. Shot on net there, turned aside, a little wide there by Camputaro, as it kept in there by the Marlboros deep into the Junior Canadiens zone.
Good battle in the corner now. I think it's going to be a game of inches now. It's really getting into hero time. You know, even though there is 8 minutes left, it really feels like we're in next goal wins territory, and that's when some of the best players shine.
A shot from Pangretzer is swallowed by Camputaro, even though letting in a goal only minutes ago, is still showing his dominance in this game. The Marlboros looking to potentially go for a timeout here. I think I saw the coach give that little signal up there, but it's elected not to get that going. Maybe on the next whistle, that will be something that the coaches and the players will be getting going here. As this game's dwindling down here, Sammy, what do you see so far from both teams?
I've seen a lot of offensive prowess. You know, we've seen the puck movement really excel in this game, and that's something that the Marlboros were very effective with in the game against the Young Nationals. But we've seen it on the Junior Canadiens side as well. You know, they've been moving the puck very quick in a very efficient manner to make chances available, because the more you pass, you know, the more creativity comes. And against two teams that can really defend the puck well, I think both teams have generated a good amount of chances. But Camputaro and Marvin, I mean, they have been really shutting the door. They have been stopping both these offensive teams from getting the offense started.
And the Marlboros got the timeout that they were looking for right after that quick draw. Try to get it just before then, but they will still return to that same face-off circle, trying to get another goal past the prize goaltender of Camputaro that you were just mentioning and praising. the Marlboros have been playing with ferocity in this third frame, and also even in the second frame. Throughout the entire game, you could even say, Sammy, even though it was 1-0 for a long time, it almost felt like it was tied the entire time.
That's right. I mean, they've definitely controlled the time on attack against the Canadiens, but I don't think that's something that should go against the Canadiens. I think the Marlboros are a team that often controls puck possession. That's just their style of play. Whereas the Canadiens, they can kind of hit you with that run and gun start on the fast break offense that's so elusive, so dangerous, and was on full display when we saw Adam Kelly's goal.
Junior Canadiens pushing it up the ice now here. Going around a lot of the Toronto Marlboros defensemen there was Ryan trying to find Krawczyk, but couldn't quite get the mark on that one. Battling with the puck now are both teams, but it's in the Marlboro zone as they try to get the puck in transition here. That is Brand battling. He's had a very good game throughout, even though his name hasn't appeared on the score sheet in the last power play. He was a key contributor of that goal appearing. Chamberlain over to Brand, couldn't quite get it. Camputaro having a good Hawkeye, looking for that puck, but it doesn't get into his area. Junior Canadiens now in transition, getting a nice change, dumping it in. Now looking to get the Russet line, some fresh legs out there as his third period starts to dwindle down here. Junior Canadiens battle. That will probably be a holding on Beck Littman. Not the smartest penalty to take right there. Sammy, are we seeing a Toronto Marlboros comeback right now?
We could be. I mean, that play was not very lit, man. I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist on that one, Blake, but it was not lit, man. But that's what the Marlboros can do. Getting the speed going, the Canadiens would have been caught off guard. So not a terrible penalty to take, but the timing is awful for the Canadiens as the Marlboros can start heating up. I don't think we necessarily see a comeback, but we definitely see the push for it really increase here.
Definitely not lit at all, Sammy, but that might be the penalty that lights or lits up a flame for the Marlboros as they try to get a 2-1 victory here in the third period. But even if they do come out with a tie here, could you still say that this is like a victory for the Marlboros? Because they were trailing throughout the entire game. Is this still kind of a win in some sort of way for them?
They were trailing, and I see what you mean about that. I think if this is a tie game, I think both these teams are so strong, they should be treating this as a loss. You know, I think there's a lot of positives to take away from this game from both teams, but these are teams that could easily be winning it all. These are teams that are easily up there with the likes of, say, the North York Rangers or the Vaughan Kings. You know, the teams that are going to be consistently at the top of the division every year. And I think anytime you don't get the full 2 points, you should be unhappy, and I think that's the mentality a lot of these players have.
A good opportunity there from Adam Valentini. Had a nice backdoor shot there, but Camputaro read it like a book and stopped it. A great stop there from Camputaro. Battling is Krawczyk and Cameron, the two centermen, drawing up. The puck gets out of reach for both of them. Bray is able to keep it in for the Marlboros. That's Bowie along the left side of the boards, trying to find his man deeper into the zone. Gets it over to Brand. Brand battling against a forechecker from the Junior Canadiens. That's Valentini with the puck along the boards. Battling, puck trickling, able to keep it in over to Bray. Bray, a shot on net is a little high and wide, but nevertheless, they're able to keep it in. The Marlboros battling still, able to keep it in is Brand. Oh, they're going to be calling that an offside. Sammy, I don't know if my eyes are lying to me, but that looked like it was still onside there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call there, but what I am sure about was the pass from number 21 there, Pierce Bowie. It was a great pass to keep that one, and Bray wasn't able to find his footing on that. I think it was on his edge a little bit, so he missed by quite a lot, but it was a good opportunity from Bowie, and Bray with the awareness to cut towards the middle of the net and set himself up for an easier shot. That is a prime example of the strength of the Marlboros, and what a pass that was, and I'll be thinking about that one for a while. On the backhand sauce, not a lot of players can do that, Blake.
Although Bowie doesn't have a goal this season, his skill is still on full display. This penalty is trickling down, for the Junior Canadiens as the last push here for the Marlboros, trying to get something going, but they do not, as this puck trickles down the ice once again. A power play that yielded no results, but a good opportunity nonetheless as the Junior Canadiens now look to switch the tides towards their favor here as they're forechecking through the zone with an even strength back on the ice. Marvin off his pad there from his defenseman. I'm not sure what the handling the puck was there, but no harm, no foul. Ambrosio, the right side there, that's Kelly. Kelly battling, using his body to defend the puck. Over to the left side there, shot on net there, saved by Marvin. Blocked aside, over to his glove actually. My apologies on that, Sammy. It's hard to see from this particular angle, but it's not hard to see that Marvin has been a difference maker for the Marlboros this game.
It's not hard to see at all because there's been a couple times like this that Marvin has made some key saves in big moments where the Canadiens turn on the pressure, and the Canadiens, after a big PK, have done just that. You know, they have turned the momentum back to their side after a strong PK and a strong showing from Computero. So the Marlboros got to watch out.
Shot from Zoo there is blocked in traffic. Couldn't quite squeak through there, but a good shot. Now the Marlboros turning it up through the neutral zone. Zoo is able to corral that and get it over to his defense partner. Getting it through the left side of the boards there through the neutral zone are the Junior Canadiens, circling it back over to Zoo. Zoo bobbling the puck now. That's what's the camera. That's going to be called an offside there. Still, the Marlboros keeping that tempo up to 1,000,000, keeping this game within their reach, trying to get that 2-1 victory, complete the comeback. Don't call it a comeback, Sammy, but I think the Marlboros are playing a very good game in this third period.
They are, and they've played a good game all game. You know, I mean, I said game a lot there, didn't I? But they've been very strong here, and they've been controlling the pace of the game. But credit where credit is due, the Canadiens haven't panicked.
Nay, over to Krawczyk. Krawczyk, oh, great save by Marvin. Oh my goodness, that is a game-saving stop there. Highlight reel save there from Marvin. Now here come the Marlboros the other way. Cameron trying to trickle through, splitting the D over to the Chamberlain. Couldn't quite find his man as Krawczyk turns it the other way. A great save by Marvin. That might be the difference maker here. What a save as the call is blown dead there by the referee.
What a play that was on both ends of the ice. For Javier Ney to get that one across to Braden Krawczyk was something of itself. But the save from Noah Marvin to not only make the save, but make it look easy. You know, it is not easy to move laterally across your net like that. Make that pad save, get across in time, and not overreact. And he did just that. Kept this a tie game. Beautiful performance from him so far.
It's one of many cross-crease saves that Marvin has made this game, really leaving a stamp on his Marlboros team and performance tonight. Without him, this game might have been a little bit more lopsided in many ways, as his play is also drawn offside by the referee, as we'll have another play at the same face-off circle that we had moments ago.
Yeah, and wow, the talent of the GTHL and of this division has really been on display in this game. It's been such an exciting game to watch, and I, for one, almost wanted to go for a tie because I feel like both these teams have a case at earning this win, and I think a lot of these players want to take those words out of my mouth, take the win for themselves.
Yes, these players are competitive and play with a lot of heart and drive as the Junior Canadiens push up through the offensive zone. Aren't able to find their man. Battling the puck in the corner of the Junior Canadiens. Oh, now here comes the Marlboros the other way on a breakaway. Skinner, a great stick. A great stick from Skinner, able to stop Ryan Chamberlain on a great opportunity there. Great defense and a great back check from Max Skinner.
And another Canadian effort of sprawling across and getting in the way of the chance by the Marlboros. We saw it from Zilkin earlier, and Skinner making the effort there. That just shows the passion for the team and passion on defense, putting their bodies on the line to take the puck away from TMB.
That looks like there will be an icing on the play there. Junior Canadiens are able to sneak in a line change before that. Ends up there as their top line of Krawczyk, Zilkin, and Ney are back onto the ice. And it looks like, sorry, my apologies there, Cameron, Chamberlain, and DeCapo will also get on to the ice for the Marlboros. So two top lines for these two Toronto teams as this period dwindles down with nearly 2 minutes left here in the third period.
Yeah, a bit of an all-star lineup there. We got, like, you know, 6 of the top guys in the GTHL, I might say, facing off there in Nick Frasca, Weston Cameron. You got Zilkin out there. These are guys that are difference makers, and just shows you the testament of how strong these teams are and how evenly balanced these teams are.
Junior Canadiens are looking to be that difference maker here. Krawczyk over to Zilkin. Zilkin trying to find his man there. It's blocked away. Shot on net there. Good rebound, but couldn't be found by the Junior Canadiens. The other way now, Marlboros. That's Cameron, the captain, pushing towards the net. Shot on net there. Stopped away by Camputaro. Goes away to the other side of the ice there of the offensive zone for the Toronto Marlboros. Kept in. There's Zilkin. Zilkin playing that 200-foot game, using that defensive edge that he has that is built into his hockey IQ. He's been a difference maker in this game so far. Let's see if he can contribute on the offensive end as this game dwindles down. Marlboros get around, catch them in a change. That's Bowie pushing it up, trying to beat the icing. And he is unable to, as I believe that will be an icing all against the Toronto Marlboros.
Yeah, it's a wonder what they'll do on this face-off. This is a huge face-off with just barely a minute to go here. I mean, you know, this is hero time. We talked about hero time when there was 8 minutes left in the game. With 1 minute left in the game, it's really hero time. And a face-off win here on either side goes a big way.
Absolutely. As the Junior Canadiens, puck trickling, trying to get the puck up in front. Mauvin's down, but Marlboros are able to push it out the other way. On the right side of the boards there, it stopped. It kept going through there. Camputaro blocked aside to the left side there as the puck gets out of play. A lot of back and forth. It's like ping pong, Sammy. It's like I'm going back and forth. It's like, or tennis, you could say, between these two teams as this period dwindles down with 40 seconds left.
That's right. What it really feels like is like it's 3-on-3 hockey. You know, just not a lot of neutral zone play in this third period. Just a lot of back and forth, fast break offense, and it's been a delight to watch. And I'm sure the fans love it. I'm sure the players love the creativity they can come up with. I'm sure the coaches hate it.
No, they are stressing on this late night in Etobicoke. I believe that's Valentini. Oh, sorry, that's not Valentini. That would be Bowie. Now it's Valentini. Trying to center in front, but couldn't find Brand there. Brand wasn't quite in the right positioning as here comes Zilkin the other way, pushing the tempo, using the body a lot, one might say, but is unable to keep the puck into his offensive zone. Marlboros trying to get it out as this period dwindles down, but a play is called offside once again. Hard to see there with skates all along the ice there, but probably the right call from the referee.
Probably, and not much time left here. It'll be a intentional offside, I suppose, as we're going into the zone of the Canadiens. That's always a tough call to see as a Canadiens coach. He's clearly not happy with that one. Always up to the ref's discretion on that play, especially in this league. So huge face-off opportunity here for the Marlboros. I'm confident that Valentini will be taking it.
Valentini is taking it against Krawczyk. Referee waiting to drop the puck. Krawczyk is able to win it. The Junior Canadiens are able to clear it out. As this period starts to dwindle down, the Junior Canadiens give Camputaro his flowers as he stood on his head this game, keeping it a 1-1. But I believe the Toronto Marlboros will also give it an equal flowers and praise towards their goaltender, Noah Malvin, as he stood on his head and gave them the chance to tie this one up as this game ends 1-1. Sammy, we'll talk about it more now, but I want to get one word to describe both these goaltenders tonight.
Solid. They were solid. They kept each of their teams in the game at multiple points, and they did their job and then some.
Well, a great game nonetheless. The Marlboros will now be 1-0-1, and the Junior Canadiens will be 0-0-1. Good start to the season for them, even though it's not the victory they wanted. For the Six Hockey and myself, for Blake Hanlon and Samuel Brzozowski, will join us in the broadcast booth later on as we'll dissect this game a little bit more.
That game was one of the tightest hockey games I have ever seen out there. 1-1 is the final between the Junior Canadiens and the Marlboros. Sammy, wow, that was really intense.
Blake, as a fan of the game, I loved watching that. That was a perfect representation of what this league has to offer. It was competitive to the last dying second. It was tight. It was condensed. And I, for one, am excited to see more games like that this season.
Yeah, a 1-1 is the final score, as we just mentioned. But the 2 goal scorers in this one happened to be our players to watch. It was Adam Valentini for the Toronto Marlboros getting that clutch goal. But also for the Junior Canadiens, Adam Kelly opening the scoring out really early.
You can never say we don't know what we're talking about. We have our eyes on the prize. Of course, Adam Valentini and Adam Kelly, safe picks for players to watch because they're always guys that can get things started.
Absolutely. And it's even crazier. We mentioned that those 2 were the 2 goal scorers. But when it comes to the 3 stars of the game, Sammy, who do you have?
Well, this game, as much as we were talking about Valentini and Kelly and how these teams are so offensively star-studded, it was not about that in this game. It was about the goaltending. So my first start of the game goes without saying. William Camputaro, .951 save percentage, first game of the season. He shut out one of the best offensive teams in the entire league, in entire youth hockey. He did a great job after letting the late goal. He didn't let that phase him, and he kept it close. He kept it tied, and he kept the lead for quite some time. My second start, Adam Valentini. 3 goals in 2 games. I mean, he's ridiculous. He's one of the best scorers in the league, and he's going to go very, very high in the OHL priority selection draft. Now, we've talked about Camputaro, but Noah Mavin, he let an early goal, and that can really go to your head, but he stayed strong, and he kept the Marlboros in it at times. Of course, the Marlboros, they had more chances than the Junior Canadiens, but Mavin did a good job at stopping what was faced to him and stopping what chances were thrown his way, and that's all you got to do. So he was definitely solid in this game as well.
Great goaltending was certainly the narrative in this one, Sammy. Of course, you play to win the game. You go out there, you want to win the game. And these 2 teams, they tied. They're going to get into the tie column with the Marlboros going 1-0-1, and now the Canadiens just 0-0-1. Obviously, you don't want that. But is there still some positive takeaways to take from a tie like this?
Absolutely. I mean, for the Marlboros, they have to be happy that they tied it up. You know, I think they're a team that doesn't really ever want to lose. No team does, but they're a team that expects a little bit more. You know, they're a team that should go far in this league. They definitely shouldn't be thrilled with the result of a tie, but the fact that they showed determination and showed that they can face adversity and come back, their big stars, as in Adam Valentini in this case, can come back and score in a big moment, that's something to look forward to. And I thought they were the better team throughout most of the game. They generated the chances. Sometimes you just get goalied.
And for Sammy, the Junior Canadiens' first game of the season, is the tie something they're looking for? Are they kind of like, do you think they're down about that, or do you think they're thinking it as a positive with the fact that Camputaro really stole that game for them?
I think it really depends on how you spin it. I think there's some stuff they need to work on. For example, their offense wasn't clicking the way I think we all expect it to. They have a lot of talent, you know, simply put. They have a lot of additions on their roster that will be able to score goals, and I wouldn't read too much into it. It's the first game of the season, so I wouldn't worry if I'm them. I think one thing you take from this game is, holy moly, we have a goalie. William Camputaro played fantastic. He is so solid. He's just such a talented goaltender, and he has all the tools that will take him to the next level, and that's what a team wants. And so I think they realized maybe we got to work on the lines a bit, shift some things around, work on our finishing, but hey, William Camputaro, that is a plus to take away from this game.
Certainly a fantastic game between these 2 teams who play in the 6 here at the 6 Hockey. We are very happy that you joined us here tonight. Until next time.
Nice move there from the Oreo. Kodrak shoots, scores!